We are going to be harvesting our garlic today. We didn't plan on harvesting our garlic. We just came, we were working in the garden, like I'm filthy from weeding. And I thought I would check the garlic. I kind of was just digging around the garlic and looking at it. And I noticed that it needed to be pulled. So we're just gonna do a quick little video of us pulling up the garlic. Like I said, it wasn't planned. We just were working in the garden and we noticed that it needed to be done. It has been kind of rainy the last couple of days, so ideally you would want to wait and let the ground dry out and not water your garlic a little bit before you're going to harvest it. We just don't have that option. We have some garlic looking like this, where the stems started to rot off and the bulbs are separating. You don't want that. You want it to look more like this, where it's all together. There's no separation of the cloves and the bulbs in here. But unfortunately, I think we're gonna have some like this. This was our first year doing garlic, so it's all just a learning curve. We're gonna leave this garlic in the ground. We left the scape on it. We're gonna try to let it get some garlic bulbules so we can plant more garlic. They're like little seeds that'll grow on the bottom of like the roots, and then we can plant those and make garlic out of that also. So when you're doing your garlic, you want to wait for it to die back a little bit. We thought our garlic was just not doing well. We didn't realize it was dying back and ready to be harvested. We planted our garlic in the spring versus the fall, so we had to wait longer to harvest ours, and we've never done this before, so we just didn't realize it was harvest time. I don't want to just pull the stems and pull them out. I tried that with 2 already and it just ripped the stem off from the bulb. I want to leave the stems on there so we can hang them up and dry them. I'm just going to brush some of the dirt off. This one looks pretty good. There's no separation of the cloves. They're all nice and tight. So this one will be able to hang up and dry. There's a worm in that one. So this one's all separated. This one we're going to have to use first. We're probably going to make some honey garlic and then just cook with these. But unfortunately, this one will not be hung up to dry and be saved. As I'm doing this, I'm trying to stay further back from the bulb. I don't want my shovel to pierce it and rip it at all. So I'm just harvesting further around than what I need to. These ones were planted too close together and they grew together. So this is our garlic haul. I need to go through and pick out the ones that we can save, the ones that I need to use right away. I wasn't really planning on picking this today, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it to dry it out. I don't know if I'm gonna do them in little bundles and hang them up in our barn. I'm really not sure. Like I said, this wasn't planned. It just kind of happened. I just noticed that they needed to be picked. But we have a few different kinds here. I don't remember what kinds I got. I got some online. I bought some at the farmer's market. So we have some that have red stripes in them and some that are just white. This one I think is our biggest one. And then we have a bunch that are just small, kind of rotted, were in the ground way too long. But overall, for our first garlic harvest, I'm pretty pleased. I wish we would have noticed and got them out of the ground sooner. There's nothing that can be done about that now. We will just learn for next year. I do think the ones that we're going to dry and hang up, we will be planting back into our garden in October, and then leaving them there for the winter and letting them just come up and be fall garlic, so we'll harvest them at the beginning of July. Overall, I am happy with this harvest. It's pretty decent for our first one. We have this one that didn't separate and make cloves, so it's just kind of one big ball of garlic. We have our garlic hanging up inside of our barn. We have the chicken fence on one side, and it's like a lean-to type barn. So there's lots of airflow, no rain should get in here, and the sun shouldn't come in here either.